Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura, and today I am going over Netflix, things that I've binge watched in the past and I really enjoyed. So these are series that I watched from the beginning to the end. Some of them are movies and some of them are seasons. So, and then I will tell you what I'm currently watching. So these are ones that I finished. So here we go. I finished these and I binged watched them. So the last year, 2018, maybe 2017. Okay, the first one is Haunting of Hill House. This one I couldn't stop watching. I did read the book, and I did not like the book as well. Okay, I really enjoyed the TV series. I binge watched it. It was like the whole weekend. I couldn't stop watching it. It was scary. I liked each episode. Each episode was on a different character, and it was really great. I really enjoyed it more than the book. Okay, the second show that I binge watched, this one has four series. So it took me a long time to binge watch this one, but I really enjoyed it once I finished it. So this one is very adult. It is called Orange is the New Black. Yes, this is based on a true story of Piper, and she is in jail, and this is very graphic, and because she is in a women's jail, and there are scenes. If you don't like scenes that are explicit, I wouldn't suggest watching this show. Yes, there are 4 seasons. I binge watched the last 2 seasons in the last year, and I really enjoyed it. Yes, so yeah, but there is lots of woman sex in there and stuff like that, inappropriate scenes. So yeah, it is for mature people. I wouldn't suggest younger grades watching it. This next series that I binge watched, this one I binge watched by myself, and then we binge watched it as a family. So the thing that the show that we watched was Santa Clarita Diet. Yes, it is a comedy, but it is a dark comedy about a family where the mother becomes a zombie, and it is very graphic and very gross and very violent, but there is humor in there. So my husband watched it first, and then he said to me, you have to watch the show. And then he's like to the kids, you have to see this. So we watched it as a family, binge watched it. The kids loved it. It was kind of funny, but there is lots of blood in this one, but it is funny. So yeah, we really enjoyed that, and there is 2 seasons for this one. The next one is an adult show. We have not let the kids watch this one yet. It is called 13 Reasons Why. I did read the book, and there is 2 seasons to this. I really enjoyed how they took the book and made it a series. I really enjoyed it, but we have not let our children watch it yet. So yeah, it's one of the things that we're probably waiting till they're about 15, maybe next year they'll be able to watch it. They're 14 now. So yeah, so that's a great show to watch if you are 15 and above, I guess. This next one that I watched is called 7 Seconds. This one is about a police officer, and he one day is driving down the street, and he accidentally hits a boy on a bike, and the boy is African American, and the police officer is white. There is some racial issues in this one, but I really enjoyed it. I think it was only 1 season, and I really enjoyed that one. So it's called 7 Seconds. This one is a great one to watch, especially for March Mystery Madness. The show that I watched was called The Five, and it's actually originated by Harlan Coben. Yes, I had to watch it. So this is about 5 people, I think they're siblings, and they go into the woods and when they're in the woods, only one of the boys goes missing. So he goes missing for a long time, and then the show fast forwards to 20 years later, and it's really amazing, and I really enjoyed this one. So I don't want to give you too much, but yeah, so this one's really good. It's by Harlan Coben, so I had to watch it. Yes, I binge watched it in like the whole weekend. Okay, the next one is also a book that I read, and then as soon as it came out, I binge watched it in the weekend. It is You, but this one is a psychological thriller where the guy stalks a lot of people, and he works in a bookstore. They did a great job of portraying the book. I really loved the book. I think I gave the book 4 or 5 stars, and I really enjoyed the series as well. So yeah, it's great to binge watch it, but I would suggest reading the book first and then watching it. So really good. Just recently, I read the book Something Joy. I'll put the book up, the picture of it. Anyway, it is by Marie Kondo. So then I found out that she had a show on Netflix. So I binge watched the whole season. It's Tidying Up with Marie Kondo. And I watched the whole thing. I couldn't get over the show. I had to watch every single episode. Then I did my closet. Yes, my closet looks amazing. If you've seen my video, the change of my closet, it still remains the same, and I learned how to fold clothes really the correct way. My drawers look so nice and rainbowy. I loved what I learned from her show and from her book. Now I'm working on my books, as you can see in my videos. I did 3 unhauls already, so I'm still working on my books. I have a lot of books that I have to go through, but I really enjoyed Tidying Up. She is a great motivational. She gets you to do things. She teaches you how to fold clothes, which I never knew how to do. I was folding my socks like in balls, and they were pulling out, and I got fed up of the way I was doing it, and they were all in the drawer, like messy. And now it's so nice to open up your drawers and look at a rainbow of nice clothes. And I unhauled so many things that I haven't worn in years. So yeah, a great show to watch. You have to binge watch that one. This next one is a comedian. I watched this last weekend, actually. Doing WW, it forces you to do things, mindfulness, and to use the treadmill. So this one I watched on the treadmill. It's like a 45-minute to an hour show. And this one is a comedian that I've watched in the past, and his name is Ray Romano. It's called Right Here Around the Corner. I really enjoyed his show. Everybody Loves Raymond. If you have watched that show in the past, yes, that show was one of my favorites. I loved his show, his comedy show. So I had to watch his stand-up comedy. It is a very mature content, though. He does talk about marriage. He talks about sex within a marriage. He talks about growing old. But I really related to what he said. He had me laughing. I was on the treadmill, and I definitely can relate to body aches and all that you grow, that you get when you're in your 40s. So yes. I really enjoyed that show. So yeah, if you get a chance, watch it, but do not watch it with kids around, because he does curse in it, and he does talk about sex a lot. So yes. So on the treadmill, I binge watched another show, and this one left on a cliffhanger. So I watched season 1 in like the whole weekend, or maybe the whole week. I've been watching it. Yeah, I'm obsessed with it. Okay, it's The Good Girls. This one, I couldn't stop watching once I started the first show. It's about 3 women. One woman has a daughter that is dying of a disease. the next woman is a woman who has a family, and she has 4 or 5 kids. I don't remember how many, but her husband is cheating on her. And the third is the sister of her, of the last one, the second person, and she is a woman who is a mom. She's raising her kid on her own. So all 3 of them have some problem in their life, and they need money. So they decide to go to the supermarket, and they try to steal money. But after that, everything goes downhill. It was hilarious. It was funny. I really enjoyed it, but it did leave on a cliffhanger. So I did search it up. There is a season 2 in the works, and I cannot wait till it is released. I don't know what day when it will be released, but this one was great to binge watch. Yeah, I couldn't get enough of it. Yeah, great, really great show. So it made me laugh. It had, it was really great about family and how things could go wrong when you do the wrong choices. Yeah, it was a great movie. Great show. Okay, after watching the Tidy Up with Marie Kondo, I wound up looking for something else to watch. So I watched The Minimalism, and this one is 1 hour and 18 minutes. It's like a movie, and it tells us about how we live in a society where you bring things into your house that you really don't need, and how there is lots of commercials telling us to buy this, buy that, which is really bad. So I really enjoyed this one. I watched this one in January, and it really has changed my mind about bringing things into the house which I really don't need. So yeah, it's a great show to watch. It's only 1 hour and 18 minutes. So I think I watched this on the treadmill as well, so a great show to watch. This next one is one that my husband thinks was a waste of time to watch, but I binge watched it. It's Russian Doll. This one is about this woman who, every time she dies, she comes back to life, and she redoes her same day over and over and over again. The reason I watched this is because the main character in Russian Doll also plays in Orange is the New Black, so I had to watch it. But I enjoyed it. It is a mature content type show. There is sex in it a couple of times, so I just wanted to be warned. It is not a show that you can watch when children are around. So yeah, but I really enjoyed watching it because I wanted to know what was going to happen, because it kept going on and on and on. She kept reliving, and she kept trying to change it, and it wasn't really working very well, but it was a great show to watch. The last show I want to talk about is one that I read the book in January, so I immediately watched the show. My husband watched it as well. It's the Ted Bundy tapes. Yes, I needed to know more besides the book that I read. In January, the book club, Peter Likes Books, we were reading A Stranger Among Us. I think that's what it's called. It's about Ted Bundy, and so I read that, and then I watched the show. I learned, I think, a little bit more watching the show, and yeah, it's amazing how many years he got away with that, and I'm glad he finally got caught. But the main thing that I did not like was he was electrocuted. He was put to death on my birthday, which was not very nice. I was 10 years old, and he was in the electric chair, and that's when he got killed. So yeah, that I learned watching the TV show. So anyway, it was nice to watch it right after reading the book. So yes. What am I currently watching on Netflix? Yes, I have 3 shows that I've been watching for a long time. I'm not really binge watching them because I'm watching them every once in a while. So on the treadmill, my husband said to watch this show, and I decided, okay, I'll watch it, but I'm not sure I'm liking it. So anyway, the show that I'm watching on the treadmill is Sex Education, and I watched season 1, episode 1 and 2 so far. So I will be watching more. My husband said the show was amazing. He watched the whole thing. So he told me to watch it. So it's about this boy who is in high school, and his mom is a sex therapist. So there is lots of sex in this one, very inappropriate scenes. You cannot watch this with children around. So I've been watching this on the treadmill. Yeah, it's a 45 to 50-minute show, and I will be continuing that and hopefully finishing it. The best part about it is his mom, who is the sex therapist. It was the lady who played in X-Files. She played in the X-Files, which I watched many years ago. So it's nice to see her again. And yeah, this takes place in a high school type age. I think they are 16 or 17 years old, thinking that they are juniors and seniors in a high school. So yes. The second show that I've been trying to watch. Yes, I know. A lot of people have watched this already. I'm very behind. I'm still on season 1. My husband told me to watch this show, and I'm like, nah, I don't really like it. So let me tell you what the name of the show is. It's Dexter. So when I originally watched the pilot, I thought that he was eating people, and I got kind of grossed out, and that was many years ago when my husband said to watch it. So now he's like, you've been watching zombie shows, you've been watching all these different things, so why can't you get through Dexter? So anyway, so I decided to start Dexter from the beginning again, and I am I'm on season 1, episode 8. So I can't watch it too much because my mindfulness keeps on saying he's eating people, but he's not. He actually is a serial killer, but he doesn't kill good people, he kills bad people. So it's very graphic, very violent. So I don't suggest watching this with children around. And yeah, so I am trying to get through season 1. So that's what I'm binge watching. Okay, coming on to something that is funny and something that is family related that I'm watching. I started watching The Good Place, and it is kind of funny. I really enjoyed watching season 1, so now I am on season 2, episode 12. I need to finish it, but yeah, it's really funny. I really enjoyed it. This is something our family has watched together, and yeah, it's a great show to watch with family. So yeah, so that's what I've been watching on Netflix. I don't know what I have a long list of stuff that I want to check out, but that's what I'm focusing on. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will probably do another video once I start watching more. I go through these phases, like when I'm in a reading slump, that's when I watch TV. And sometimes when I am on the treadmill, I've been watching some shows just to get me going and to get through the workout. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. If you have watched any show that you recommend that I try to watch, please comment below and let me know. I have a huge list of stuff I want to try. I write everything in my bullet journal. Here's my huge list, and I've been going through each one. These are the ones that I finished that I just showed you. And yeah, so I've been keeping track in my bullet journal. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I wanted to do something different besides reading, and I will see you in another video. Bye.